My name is Anna Fenerty. The title of my presentation is Research on Internet, How to Use a Kid-Friendly Search Engine Kiddle for Research. My audience are primary school students. It is a third lesson in a library instruction unit to assist students in their research project about animals. The need for this instruction arises from the cognitive theories of learning. Students are in the concrete stage of development, and research shows that they might have difficulties using Google, so they might need guidance on how to find resources on the internet that are easily accessible and on their reading level. So this is just a little introduction, but now this is when my actual instruction would begin for the primary grade students. My name is Anna Fenerty. I will be your research coach today. A little information about me. I am a librarian. I love to read, and I have two cats, Spirit and Midnight. Please type your name and something that you would like me to know about you in a chat. Maybe you have a pet, and I would love to see your pet's name. All right, while you are sharing in the chat, I will move on with the presentation. Here's a plan for today. We will review research process and research concepts, do a little pre-test about search engines, and we will learn how to use Kiddle by practicing research skills with a guide on a side tutorial. So let's, since this is our third unit or lesson in the unit, we will just review really briefly a research process. We know it's a process. There are several steps in research. We call them the big six sometimes. First, we initiate our research. So we ask, what do I want to find out? Then we locate resources. How do I find the information? Then we select our resources that are relevant and reliable, organize our information, present, and then we need to assess our process, reflect on it. What did we learn? It is important to remember that we don't have to do these steps in linear fashion. We can go back and forth. And now I would like you to maybe type in a chat and let me know if this ever happened to you, because it happens to me all the time that I'm almost done with my research, and then I have to go back and look at some other sources because I still don't have the answer I was looking for. So if that happens to you, share it in a chat. And I see that Samira has a cat. Cool. Topsy. Oh, I love that. Sorry, just a little check in on your pets. All right. So if you ever have to go back and forth during your research process, that's okay. And share in the chat if you like. And we are going to move on. We also need to talk about feelings during research, because people experience a variety of emotions during research process. You can feel uncertainty, optimism, confusion, clarity, confidence when you find some good sources, or when you're and then even satisfaction when you're presenting. If it ever happened to you that you experienced any of these feelings while you were doing research, please share in the chat as well, so we all know that we all experience the same feelings while doing research. Okay, so now that we know that research is a process and that we can experience all kinds of feelings while doing it, we can review what we're going to learn today. We are going to, oh yeah, uncertainty and confusion. I see someone posted in the chat. Yeah, definitely, we can experience that during research. But that's okay, right? So that's the important thing to remember. So now that we know that it's a process and we can experience all kinds of feelings, we can move on to our lesson. Today, we will learn how to define a search engine, how to use a kid-friendly search engine by keyword to find resources on Kiddle. We will limit our searches by facts, images, news, videos, and then we will also evaluate our sources, information versus advertisement. All right, so that's the plan. This is kind of like a second step in our research process. We're locating and selecting our sources. Now, I want to tell you why we want to be able to use a search engine to locate our sources. My question to you is now, does this ever happen to you when you're using Google and you don't get the answer you were looking for? Or maybe you click on a search result that you thought was an excellent source for your topic, and then it turned out to just be an advertisement trying to sell you something. If that ever happens to you, just type in yes in the chat, yes or no. It happens to me. That's why it's definitely, I see some yeses in the chat. All right, guys, thanks for sharing. Happens very often, right? So today I want to show you how to use a kid-friendly search engine, Kiddle, so you can do your search more efficiently and find your information quickly, okay? Now, I don't want to just do a lecture the whole time we're together. I'm going to use technology that's called Guide on the Side. I created this Guide on the Side tutorial together with my college partner, Anna Nicholson, and I'm using it with her permission in this for our lesson. So first, this is how we're going to do it. First, we're going to go over some research concepts and vocabulary, and then we're going to use the tutorial. You can practice independently how to use Kiddle for research. Does that sound good? Give me thumbs up or yes or no in the chat. Any questions so far, guys? All right, I don't see questions, but if I do, please put them, but if you do have questions, put them in the chat. So this is how, and I'm sorry, let me go back. I forgot to give you the link to our tutorial. I'm going to post the link in the chat and you can open it up right now, but don't start it yet. Just make sure that you can open it, and we'll use it in a little bit, okay? So here's how it looks. The link is in the chat, and so you can just find it in a second tab, open in another tab, and just go back to our presentation, okay? Thank you, guys. Any questions? Let me know if you have any problems accessing this Guide on the Side tutorial, okay? So this is how a Guide on the Side tutorial looks like. You will have on the left-hand side of it is like a split screen. So on the left-hand side of your screen, you'll have some questions or information. You will learn about concepts and answer questions to check for your understanding of the concepts that you're learning. And on the right-hand side, you will see either videos or diagrams that will that you can learn about the concepts too, or you will practice research in a little bit using Kiddle right on the screen together with your tutorial, okay? So that's just to show you how it looks. Now, since we already initiated our research, I would like you to type in your animal in the chat that we are going to be using to do research because you're going to find some information about your animals today. When you get to your Guide on the Side, you will first take a little pre-assessment. And don't worry, none of this is graded. Everything is just for you to learn how to do research. And you will take a pre-assessment quiz because I just want to find out if you like Google, and you kind of already told me that it's hard to find information with Google. And also if you ever used Kiddle. Have you ever used Kiddle? Can you answer? Can you let me know in the chat? All right. And after you take this pre-assessment, you will be able to learn what a search engine is with this really cute video I put in there for you. I'm not going to play this video right now because you'll be able to practice independently in the with the tutorial. For now, all you need to know is that search engines help us find information online. Okay? And there are several different search engines. Let me know if you used any of them in the chat. There's Google, obviously everybody uses Google, right? I'll tell you a little secret, I guess. I don't know, just a little bit information about Google. It is kind of difficult to use Google because all the information is mixed together. The content that's appropriate for kids is mixed with the content for adults. So sometimes when you find something on Google, you might not be able to understand, I guess, if the article is for adults, not for children. So that's why I like to use other search engines that are kid safe and kid friendly, like Kiddle and KidRex, because you will get results and information that is on your reading level. So how do you like that idea, to be able to just access resources that are on your reading level? If you like that, give me thumbs up or say yes in the chat. All right. Anytime, guys, please make sure, let me know. Oh, thanks, I got 1 thumbs up. I like that. All right, let's review a couple more concepts. So here's a search results page. When we do research, we type in our keyword in the search box, and then we will get a number of results, which is usually under the search box. And then you can click on any of these search results to open articles to read. And when you're using Kindle, remember, those articles are going to be on your reading level. So that's a great thing about Kindle. And one more thing that I want you to pay attention to when you're searching Kindle, even though it is a kid-friendly engine, you still will get some advertisements in your search results. So usually they have like a little letters AD in front of the title, so you can distinguish advertisements like that. And on Kindle, they are actually in a gray box. So you can skip this gray box, scroll past the advertisement, and get to the informational sites, which are below your ads. Okay. So now, guys, we are kind of halfway through. So let's review what we have learned so far. We know that search engine helps us find information online, that Kindle is a kid-friendly search engine, and we use a keyword to search, and then we have to evaluate our results. So now we're ready to do some research. If you are feeling comfortable at this point, I would like you to go to the Guide on the Side tutorial and go ahead and practice independently using Kindle. And then when you're finished with it, with the practice on Kindle, share something that you learned about your animal, like maybe a fact or a video, put a link to a video in a chat, and also save a certificate of completion, because that's just for your records. But remember, it's not graded, it's just to help you learn how to research. So if you ask, I'm just going to review what kind of options we have when we search Kindle. We can limit our search results by facts, images, news, and videos, and you will practice with the tutorial all of these searches today. So if you're already doing it, that's great. But if you didn't start yet, now it's the time. So please, let me know if you need me to share this link to the Guide on the Side again, or if you're just going to, or if you already have it open. And I'm going to give you a couple minutes to practice with the Guide on the Side, do some research, find some facts and videos about your animals. So I'm for real giving you guys time to do it should only take you about 2 minutes to do this guide on a side, okay? And then we will review what we have learned. So you should be here. When you click next, you can review what you're going to learn, take a little pre-assessment quiz, and then let's say do I use Google? Yes. Do I like using Google? Did you use Google Kindle before? I did. So I would say yes, and then go to next slide. And then continue until I finish this tutorial, and then you will get a certification of completion, okay? So please make sure that you share some animal facts with me and some links to the videos. I'm going to give you another minute to finish. Let me know in the chat if you're done or not. You can just type in done. Oh, I see somebody sharing. I searched for information about foxes. Awesome. Okay, here's a fact. In the wild, the typical lifespan of a fox is 2 to 3 years, although individuals may live up to 10 years. Cool. Thanks for sharing, Katie. Awesome. All right, somebody learned that red pandas are about the size of a house cat. Oh, I didn't know that. Thanks for sharing, Emily. All right, guys, thank you so much. I hope that you are almost done with your tutorial. Sorry, that slide skipped a little. And remember, you can use this tutorial anytime. And today we learned that search engines help us find information, that Kiddo is a kid-friendly search engine, and we can limit search on Kiddo by facts, images, news, and videos. Oops. Keep calm and search on. If you had any problems with the quizzes, you can take the tutorial again to practice and contact your librarian with any research questions. And as an exit ticket, you are doing it, sharing something. Oh, somebody found a link from National Geographic. Thank you, Molly. She found an article about wild dogs that I want to read. Oh my goodness. Thanks, Molly. All right, guys. Thank you so much. If you have any comments, or please make sure to get back to me. Let me know how you like this tutorial. And if I can improve it in any way, I will get the results from the tutorial in an email. So that will help me revise my instruction and revise the tutorial for next time. Thank you, guys.